Welcome to another lesson by Dr. Me, Danny Roadkill. It's not on my pick, but I'll show it to you anyway. Where's the fucking thing? There it is. Anyway, okay, we are going to do a lesson for Meyer Girl. I've actually had a few people ask for this, and I've just never got around to it because I haven't played this song in 74,000 years. After I got into it, I realized it wasn't very hard. So, yay for that. I'm doing this in two parts. This is going to cover the guitar, rhythm, basically, guitar. A little history up front. I do not remember when we wrote this song or how. It's on this album right here, Knock Yer Block Off. I don't know who originally came up with the parts. I think Bo did. I think Bo sit down with BA and come up with the nooks of the song. And then I just built chords around that. Outside of that, I don't remember specifically. It has a lot of Bo's favorite things to do in it. Bo likes to do little runs like that. So that's what makes me think maybe Bo came up with the initial idea, but I don't know. Anyway, so let's get into it. As usual, I'm going to do a play along, then we'll go back and talk about the parts. These picks taste funny. So, can you see the guitar? I think you can. And we're going to give this a shot.
Hey, this is Russ Meyer, Steve. I'm returning your call.
Okay, as you can see, it is not very hard. Basically, for the most part, 2 chords, E and A, but there's a B in there, and there's an F sharp in there with a little climby thing. Don't you love little climby things? So, anyway, what am I doing? Oh yeah, so let's get into it. So it's in E, and then it goes to A, and there's a little technique involved. Do you remember the song Panama by Van Halen? It was very hugely popular at the time we did this. So I was doing a parody of Panama, a pantomime of Panama on this song, which is me faking. I can't play like Eddie Van Halen, but it's me faking it. So anyway, let me show you basically what's going on here. This pick still tastes funny. So there's basically 2 chords, E to A. That's how that intro goes. And then when he starts singing, I do this little plucky thing. This song is basically, I'm stealing from Eddie on this. He probably stole from me, so who cares? So I'm covering the D, the G, and the B string with my index finger on the 9th fret right there. So that's a triad. It's called a triad because I'm covering those 3 strings. Not that you care. So that's basically, if you play an E, it's just this part of the E without this. So I'm using my first finger, and then I'm doing what's called a suspended 4, where you're adding the B string and going. That's a suspended 4. Don't ask me why. And I'm muting. Remember muting? Remember muting? We're going to have a refresher. So if you don't mute, if I played this the way that I play it and didn't mute, it'd sound like this. That's not good. You don't want that. You want. So I'm muting. I'm just placing my hand over the bridge to cover the strings, so you still hear them. You still hear the notes, so you're not getting. You want this, and then I'm the pattern. If I only play the pattern, I'm going. Then when I add the ring finger to that suspended 4, we got. I do the same thing at the A, I just don't add the suspended 4. So that's the first 2 lines of the verse. That's what's going on. So there's that part. Then we come to a little thing where it goes. So there I'm just playing an E. And then it goes to an E flat. So it's. Then it just comes up to an F sharp, which is at the 9th fret. And then on the D string, I'm going. Coming back to the E. So that little lick, that's 9, 11, 12 on the D string. 2 times on each. Resolves on the E. So that whole riff slowly is. And it goes down to an A, to a B. So at speed, that whole thing is. So that section slowly is... And if we haven't done a B, which how could we not have? The way this is a B in the, I call it the first position. It's just like playing an A chord, but you cover the D string, and then you use this ring finger to cover the 3 strings on the 4th fret. That is a B. This middle finger ain't doing a dang thing. It just looks good. So that is a B. So you're going from the A to the B. Again, at a medium tempo, that goes... And then leading up to that chorus, it goes... So that's just E to A, E to A, and that's it. E to A, back to E, back to A, and then I pull off. So I just do a bend on that 3rd note, which is a G on the low E string, right there. I'm just going, and then I put, instead of playing the whole E chord, which you can, and I'm sure I overdubbed everything, so there's probably 3 or 4 guitar tracks on here at least. But I just go, so all you really need, if you play the 5th, which is the B note on the A string, and then play the E string with it, so you got these 2 notes, that's an E. That's just the very bottom of an E chord. It's the first 2 strings. So, and then that's it. And then it goes back into the... back into the... So let's talk about that. Remember I told you I was parroting Panama? Panama! Well, that's one of the licks I lifted. I lifted the whole damn thing. So anyway, I'm muting, it's my pinky, I guess you can use any fingers you want, but I'm using my ring finger, I'm using my ring finger on the B string on the 4th fret, and my middle finger on the G string on the 4th fret. So, those 2 notes. You can't see that, can you? There we go. Those 2 notes, right there. See them? On the 4th fret, and then the high E string is open, and I'm going. Remember that from Panama? Panama! Anyway, so that's the little riff. And I'm just going, muting again, muting, you have to mute. So I'm just doing that in order. I'm going high E, B string, G string. So in context, you got so that's the way I'm doing that little thing. That is basically the whole song. I mean, if you just listen to the song, you hear where the parts go, but it doesn't change from that. The very end of the song, it just keeps going back from the E to the A. E, and that's really everything. I got kind of a Dutch angle going on here, don't I? Look at that. So that's the whole song as far as the guitar goes. That's the song. This edit on the video looks a little weird, I'm sure, but had technical difficulties. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. In a week or so, I will come back and show you how to play the solos and all the noodly parts. I just didn't want to get into that today. If you're a fan of the band, you know that this song has two versions. The Knock Yer Block Off version has a bass guitar solo. It's really a guitar solo done on a bass guitar. And then the Lonely Christmas version on the EP actually has an actual guitar solo on it. So I didn't want to get into all that stuff this time. Anyway, thanks for watching. If there's something else you want me to show you how to play, let me know. Preferably a Sloppy Second song. Or I could show you an Elvis song if you're interested. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.